Today is one of our yummiest shows of the year, okay? We're gonna get you ready for the holidays with our baking special. Do we love the bacon? Yes! Now, nothing says the holidays like a gingerbread house. So take a look at these houses, everybody. If you weren't feeling inadequate, this is what Martha Stewart did. She did a ski chalet. And then she did Downton Abbey. It's Downton Abbey. Now, I love seeing all the the intricate designs, the decorations. People go all out when they're putting them up. They are really a work of art. But then there are the realities. Can we take a look at what a gingerbread house that maybe I would make might look like? There it is. Okay, so picture this. You wake up after a night of decorating and the walls have collapsed. The icing has globbed. There's candy all over the floor. I love this one from Pfeffer 1031. Woke up to find my gingerbread house like this. Total disaster. Looks like the house gnomes were being naughty. Or this one from British voice diva, gingerbread house going well, not. So this is exactly why we're making things easier on ourselves, and we're gonna go with an alternative that looks amazing and tastes, I'm gonna say it, maybe even better. Please welcome Chef Randy Feltis. Like what you have done today has just taken everything to a new level.
Oh, thank you, yes.
So gingerbread is great and everything,
sure.
and we've got, you know, eons and eons, so many decades and years of us doing gingerbread houses, but I've never been a huge fan of gingerbread.
Nobody eats the gingerbread.
Yeah, it's not my favorite cookie.
No, it's hard, it's firm. Like fresh out of the oven, it's got some jam, but once it sets up and it gets a little bit firmer,
like
everyone just picks the jubes off and chisels the icing off, and that's what you do, right?
Yes.
So we came up with an alternative. We thought, what if you made a house out of Rice Krispie squares?
Yeah!
So Rice Krispie squares, and then for the roof, what I did is one giant chocolate chip cookie. Oh. And this is where Tracy gets really interested, and then we did shingles as Kit Kat bars, right?
Kit Kat bars, like that is my chocolate bar. That is the bar I go to. That's the one I pick out of the Halloween candy bag.
There's only like 16 on here.
Oh my gosh.
So you're in luck. And then there's some cool details. I mean, like the flagstone chimney. Take a look at this, right? So there's like pretzels, white chocolate, dark chocolate, score bars.
Yes.
You know, so you go to the bulk store and you just basically go, okay, I need some Rice Krispie blocks. And then you get like, don't get the cart that you have to hold on to, because it gets heavy.
Right.
You actually have to go get the push cart and start firing stuff in, like jubes and jellies, and like
candy
if you take
canes.
a look over here, we have the pretzel logs, which are kind of fantastic. It looks like the firewood's all done.
Is that an ice rink, sir?
That is an ice rink. It sure is. We got the hockey sticks here. We have the blue line, red line. And, you know, I'll be honest with you, I was trying to make windows because my first attempt was going to be like a mid-century modern house.
Oh, excuse me. That's hard.
I figured that out about a day in, and I had to re-scrap it. And so, like, I got to tell you, I'm not a baker, so this isn't, like, I'm not very professional at this, but if I had to do this again, I think I could do it in, like, 1/3 of the time.
Okay,
So today, I'm going to teach you about the mistakes I made to make sure you can get through this a little bit quicker.
Okay, good. All right? And we're going to start with the roof.
We are going to start with
the bricks.
The bricks.
The best bricks ever.
The best bricks ever. These are tasty little treats. You can buy them in bulk.
I love
50 at a time. You're ready to go. Now, my first build, what I did is I built it up like this.
Okay.
With my mid-century modern house.
And what's wrong with that?
Well, the mid-century modern house went like that, right? So I was like, well, maybe we have to go flat. And if we go flat, we can kind of go like this, right? And then just picture it like Lego. But the important thing is the corners, because you kind of have to like make the infrastructure proper.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is kind of stick them together.
What did you use as glue? Because usually with the gingerbread, I thought this was a mistake. Is this supposed to be here?
So, you know, you just got to get them all heat up. They're made out of marshmallow. You want to warm them up a little bit, right?
Okay.
And then once they get a little sticky, then what you do is you offset it. So the corner, you make sure you do this. Like, my family has a concrete construction company.
Yeah.
I don't work there. Dad, if you saw this, I would be like, you got some structural issues there. I sure do. Now,
but it's still standing, and actually, you know, you were in the car for a few hours this morning. It withstood
it's under the
ride.
lights. It's under the lights. I'm
okay.
smiling. It's okay.
Right?
But if you want it to last the holidays, what you could do as well is put a little bit of royal icing down and just like the bricklayers do, and just kind of build it up that way, right? That's
good.
And you know what? Like, you can just keep going here. But the beautiful thing is, like, it's going to be kind of fresh, and you're going to seal in the freshness.
Totally.
And you could, I think I could attempt, if I was going to do another one, that mid-century modern.
I think, yes. So you're learning. Every time you make a build, it gets a little bit better.
Yep.
I don't know where the idea came from to do like a big cookie roof, but I feel like it's genius. So you have all this, you sort of have all this texture and all of this space to glue on your Kit Kat shingles, which is nice.
You know what it comes down to?
What does it come down to?
Sugar, more sugar, and more sugar. Every time you see a crack, put some sugar on it.
Put some sugar on it.
Put some sugar on it. Oh, that's not going. Just put a candy cane. Oh, the roof's falling. Just structure it up with some more sugar.
Put some sugar on it.
Oh, this is going over this way. No problem.
Good.
We'll just keep putting sugar on it. But cut the Kit Kats in half
But you even like cantilevered, like you've got them laying on top of each other. It's beautiful.
Right. And then so keep this in mind too. What construction guys say is they say measure twice, cut once.
Yes.
Same goes with baking.
Yeah.
You should measure twice and bake once. I didn't do that. I baked twice. So the first set of cookies weren't big enough. And what I did is I just bought bulk cookie dough and I laid it all over the cookie sheet and I baked it. But you have to let it sit overnight because the sugar in the cookie is a little bit, you know, don't put it on hot.
It's too soft.
Chill it in the garage, get a little bit firmer, then put that on, and away you go. And once you're at that stage, now you can just go wild. Now you can just kind of go crazy, right?
Now it's all decor and whatever's aesthetically pleasing.
Silly stuff.
But for the cookie, did you... you have to make it a little bit bigger than you think because you want the overhang. Am I right?
Overhang, yes, you do. Then you know what? That's enough of the details. That's enough of the sugar. You're kind of overloaded. Now what you really, really need is some pizzazz. So everyone comes over and you're like, well, you know what? It's kind of cool, but then we're going to light this baby up. So you get some LEDs, right? And if you take a look, it looks like Christmas lights in the front, and so I've wired it for sound, right?
It's beautiful.
And now the greatest thing is, I think once you build it and you're all proud of it, and you take some pictures, you pose by Instagram and stuff, but at the end, you let the kids get up and you get some portion bags. And you smash it. Like get a bag like it's a pinata, and they can fill up the bags and take it home, and then you never want to see it again. Because I've been eating sugar for 3 days straight.
Listen, you did a pretty good job structurally, I would say. I don't know what your dad's going to say or your family members are going to say, but if I were to guess how many Rice Krispies are in this house, are we talking about 90?
We're talking more than 90.
Are we talking about 120?
We're talking like 176.
Ooh! Okay, that's significant.
There's a lot of weight there.
There's a lot of weight there.